They did? That's what I thought. Yeah. This is such a disgrace, bro.
Let's watch this bullshit address.
Senator Ben Cardin, Minority Leader King Jeffries, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, Senators, Members of Congress, distinguished guests. Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you for giving me the profound honor of addressing this great citadel of democracy for the fourth time.
Well, I didn't vote on this. I don't know what you're talking about democracy for.
We meet today at a crossroads of history. Our world is in upheaval. In the Middle East, Iran's axis of terror confronts America, Israel, and our Arab friends. This is not a clash of civilizations. It's a clash between barbarism and civilization. It's a clash between those who glorify death and those who sanctify life. For the forces of civilization to triumph, America and Israel must stand together.
I need to text my account. I need to make sure we have money for this.
Jesus loves you. Repent and believe that he died for your sins and rose to life to make you right with God. All who call upon the name of the Lord will be saved. God bless. I appreciate that, brother. Same to you. Very kind words. Thank you.
Of course, because we're a national, like a worldwide superpower.
You know, it's so ironic. My foster mother, I just had a nice long chat with her yesterday or day before, and she recommended that I do a live podcast talking about what Christ has done in my life. And my response was, well, whether it was due to bad choices or whatever, my life hasn't been great. Are there things that I'm probably very, very fortunate to have, like breath in my lungs, a daughter who loves me, a wife, yeah. But to put all of that into an entire podcast, I just couldn't do that. Unfortunately, there's a lot going on in the world, and there's a lot going on in my life. I don't think I have much of a story to tell. But however, that doesn't diminish the fact that I do appreciate the kind words. And I extend that back to you as well. So thank you. People like you give me hope that there are decent people in the world.
They butchered 1,200 people from 41 countries.
That's horrible. It was really bad this happened. It was really bad this happened, absolutely.
Proportionately, compared to our population size, that's like 29 11s in one day. And these monsters, they raped women, they beheaded men, they burned babies alive.
I'm so sick of this.
They killed parents in front of their children.
You're trying to act like this is like 9/11.
And children
Speak what the Lord puts on your heart to speak, brother. Your story can help others.
255
Yeah, you're right.
both living and dead.
I'm still considering it. I haven't quite decided yet.
Israel has already brought home
It's definitely it's floating around the back of my mind. Maybe you're right. Maybe I do have a story to tell. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I just tell my story. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And let people take it for what it is.
Noah Gamani is here in the gallery, sitting near my wife Sarah.
Biden wouldn't even get half this
On the morning,
reception.
How's your day? What's going on in your life?
This your country? Hey,
on the morning of October 7th, the entire world saw Noah's look of desperation as she was violently abducted to Gaza on the back of a motorcycle. I met Noah's mother, Leora, a few months ago. She was dying of cancer. She said to me, Prime Minister,
In case you're wondering, I'm watching
final wish.
Benjamin Netanyahu address Congress, I think,
One last time before I died.
about this.
2 months ago, I authorized.
Just about to go to bed, man. 3:30 here in the UK. Felt the Lord wanted me to share the gospel first. Hey, I appreciate that, man.
A heroic officer
Hey, man, I got a lot of people from coming in from the UK.
rescued Noah and 3 other hostages.
I appreciate that, man. If you're about to crash, man, you have a I hope you have a restful sleep. Is that what you say? A restful sleep? You have a nice night, brother. I appreciate the kind words again.
I think it's one of the most moving things. When Noah was reunited with her mother, Leora,
What's
and
up?
her mother's
What's up, bad shit?
last wish
How you doing, brother?
came true. Noah, we're so thrilled to have you with us today. Thank you.
Is the Jewish trip you were talking about?
Yeah.
Minister of Israel.
Yeah, I hear you, Gerald. Appreciate the info. Consider subscribing.
Many hostage families.
Yeah, God bless you too, bro.
Today, including
Appreciate that. Have a nice night.
Eliel Vivas is the grandfather of those
Crazy.
boys, the Vivas boys, toddlers,
What's up, homie?
and they were taken hostage with their mother and Noah's,
I'm watching Asmongold
son. They took
hilariously react to this
two beautiful,
wild address from Netanyahu.
what monsters. And with us also is his slave, whose son Yotam, bravely
He's just saying some words just to just so he can get that paycheck, I guess.
I mean, Hamas.
So they can continue this war.
True.
Hey, look at Elon in the crowd.
American hostages. They're here.
Elon, yeah, bro, he's sitting there on it. Oh boy.
Yo, Asmon's a trip, bro. Oh man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
These families have endured
Or don't. It's all good either way.
is beyond
Subscribe, maybe, or don't.
I met with them again yesterday.
I appreciate y'all anyway.
I will not rest until all their loved ones are home. All of them.
I actually think like a lot of the Democrats supported.
This is my first late night stream.
As
We just chilling. We just talking.
engaged
Good, yeah,
in
sure.
intensive efforts to secure
Or y'all are just coming and watching me watch the TV. Either way, we just cooling.
See, some of them are taking place right now. I want to thank President Biden for his tireless efforts on behalf of the hostages and for his
Not
efforts to the
not
hostage
support this.
families.
I know.
Now make sure y'all check out the channel. Consider subscribing.
I thank President Biden
Help me get to 500. I'm so close. That's a lot for me, man.
He rightly called Hamas sheer evil. He dismantled
I was tripping when I hit 100.
to deter a wider war. And he came to Israel.
Obviously, you're not obligated,
During our darkest
but
hour
it's
of
greatly
vision that will
appreciated if you
never
do.
be forgotten. President Biden and I have known each other for over 40 years. I want to thank him for half a century of friendship.
What's everybody think about all of this crazy shit going on right now, man? With Biden and Kamala and the shooting, and what do you guys think?
Okay.
It all seems really sketchy to me. Something just something just ain't right, man. Things haven't felt right for a long time, but right now in particular, something just feels off. Really, really off.
I don't know. He's there. Well,
With us today
yeah.
is Lieutenant Avichai.
I don't know. It's going to show it on the camera. I have no idea. How could I know that? I did, but I don't know where. It's just pants different frames. I gotta get back to this. I'm trying to watch this.
C4 popsicle.
Okay. Yeah.
For you.
Avichai is an officer in the Israeli paratroopers. His family immigrated to Israel from Ethiopia. In the early hours of October 7th, Avichai heard the news of Hamas's bloody rampage. He put on his uniform, grabbed his rifle, but he didn't have a car. So he ran 8 miles to the front lines of Gaza to defend his people.
Yeah? Why are you promoting this war criminal? Imagine the plot twist if at the end of this.
Yeah, you got the dude, the soldier next to him clapping with a hook for a hand. Homeboy's got an actual hook for a hand.
It's not gonna
You
happen.
heard that right? He ran 8 miles, came to the front lines, killed many terrorists, and saved many, many lives. Avichai, we all honor your remarkable heroism. Another Israeli is with
The
us.
people getting up and clapping remind me of the SEALs at SeaWorld when the trainer raises their hand. Like,
This is Master Sergeant
yo, every time he says something, they all stand up and or.
I mean, I'm not against these guys. I'm sure they are heroic in a lot of ways. It's just that,
Ashraf is
I mean, it's not our fight.
an Israeli Muslim community.
You know?
I agree, Asman. We're sticking our fucking nose in too many places we shouldn't be. We need to mind our business and take care of our own, man. Because at the end of the day, the rest of these countries don't give two shits about us.
Like Ashraf,
How about we take care of our fucking veterans that are without medical care, sleeping on the fucking streets? What about them, huh?
the Muslim soldiers of the
That shit pisses me off.
fought alongside their Jewish, Druze, Christian, and other comrades in arms with tremendous bravery.
You fight because U.S. wants to protect power in the Middle East. Yeah, I think that's true too. I think the U.S. uses Israel as a destabilizing force.
Lieutenant Asa Sofa
I think they do.
is also here with us.
Yeah, they should have got the dude up with the hook for a hand first. Fuck them other two.
Asa
Homeboy's
fought
missing a
as
whole
an officer
hand.
in the tank corps. And he was wounded in battle. He was wounded in battle while protecting his fellow soldiers from a grenade. He lost his right arm and the vision in his left eye. He's recovering, and incredibly, within a short time, Asa will soon return to active duty as a commander of a tank company.
They should have made him a captain.
People in the chat are like, why does he look so sad? Well, this dude is missing a hand. I'd be pretty upset too.
Who lost a leg in Gaza and continued to fight.
That's the point. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's for his walking around, I see.
This guy had his leg blown on that. This dude's a real G. He had his leg blown off and kept going. That's a real G.
Unbowed, undaunted, unafraid. Ladies, look at me. Now look at you.
Oh, man.
As the Bible says, Am Kilavi Yakum. They shall rise like lions. They have risen like lions. The lions of Judah, the lions of Israel.
He's a great speaker. He really is.
Hope everybody's having a wonderful night wherever you are.
He's got a great voice for doing this.
You know, consider liking the video.
I'm tired of getting up.
Consider
Thank God.
subscribing.
The men and women of the IDF come from every
Closing in on
corner
500
of
subs,
society.
which is
Every
awesome.
ethnicity, every color, every creed.
It's so cool.
Religious and secular. All are imbued with the indomitable spirit of the Maccabees, the legendary Jewish warriors of antiquity. With us today is Yechiel Leiter, the father of one of those Maccabees. Yechiel's father escaped the Holocaust and found refuge in America. As a young man, Yechiel moved to Israel and raised a family of 8 children. He named his eldest son Moshe after his late father. Moshe became an exemplary officer in one of our commando units. He served with distinction for 2 decades while raising 6 beautiful children of his own. On October 7th, Moshe volunteered to return to combat. 4 weeks later, he was killed when a booby-trapped mine exploded in a tunnel shaft right next to a mosque. At his son's funeral, Yechiel said this: "If the state of Israel had not been established after the Holocaust, the image engraved in our collective memory would have been the photograph of that helpless Jewish boy in the Warsaw Ghetto holding his hands up in the air with Nazi rifles pointed at him. But because of the birth of Israel," Yechiel continued, "because of the courage of soldiers like my son Moshe, the Jewish people are no longer helpless in the face of our enemies."
I love that really old guy. It was like right here, he's on his phone, and he just out of the side of his view, he's like, oh, I have to stand up again.
Yechiel, please rise so we can honor your son's sacrifice. And I pledge to you and to all the bereaved families. Of
Yeah, no, that's Elon Musk. That's what my dad called me about.
Today. The sacrifice.
I was gonna say Elon Musk. He's like, yeah.
Be in vain.
Do Americans care about this? The ones in this room do. Collectively, I don't think so.
It will not be in vain. Because for Israel, never again
Some do,
must
though.
never be an empty promise. It must always remain a sacred vow. And after October 7th, never again is now.
Yeah, I don't. Wait, why is Elon there?
Yeah, bro, this dude has had enough. I don't know who this guy is, but I like him. He's on his phone.
My friends, defeating our brutal enemies requires both courage and clarity. Clarity begins by knowing the difference between good and evil. Yet incredibly, Many anti-Israel protesters, many choose to stand with evil. They stand with Hamas. They stand with rapists and murderers. They stand with people who came into the kibbutzim, into a home. The parents hid the children, the two babies, in the attic, in a secret attic. They murder the family, the parents. They find the secret latch to the hidden attic, and then they murder the baby.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
These protesters,
that's awful.
they should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah, that's terrible. I'm still more concerned with the people here in my own country.
Yeah, those people are bad. Absolutely. Yeah, he's right.
They say we're the most powerful country in the world, but you know, we got kids starving in this country. And we're giving billions of dollars away. Just giving it away. To fund wars where, you know, we shouldn't be involved in.
They refuse to make the simple distinction between those who target terrorists and those who target civilians, between the democratic state of Israel and the terrorist thugs of Hamas.
This is a false.
We recently learned from the National Security Director.
Hamas is bad. That doesn't mean that the people supporting Palestine are bad.
Hamas funding and promoting anti-Israel protests in America. They want to disrupt America. So these protesters burn American flags even on the 4th of July. And I wish to salute the fraternity brothers at the University of North Carolina who protected the American flag against these anti-Israel protesters.
Look, I have no problem buying somebody a ticket, a one-way ticket out of America if they want to burn the flag. But it's the First Amendment. They should be allowed to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Burn any flag I want. That's right. Let me get I gotta get this up again.
For all we know, Iran is funding the anti-Israel protests that are going on right now outside this building. Not that many, but they're there throughout the city. Well, I have a message.
Yeah, I mean, if you're walking around burning the United States flag,
who hang gays from cranes.
just shitting on America, why should you be granted the freedom to live in here?
You have officially become
You clearly don't give two shits about this country, so why should you be granted any of the freedoms that the rest of us who love this country have? You should be deported to some fucking island somewhere. You hate this country so fucking much, get the fuck out.
He's got a point. No.
Move your ass to a fucking communist country and see how much better it is there. Take your ass to China and see how good it is there.
Some of these protesters hold up signs proclaiming gays for Gaza. They might as well hold up signs saying chickens for KFC.
Okay, this would be one of the ones I'd stand up and clap for. To be fair, hey,
These protesters chant from the river to the
yeah,
sea. But many don't have a clue what river and what sea they're talking about.
he's right about that. Wait, did he watch the YouTube
They
video?
don't get an F in geography. They get an F in history. They call Israel a colonialist state.
I'll be honest.
No,
This is
the land of Israel is where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob prayed, where Isaiah and Jeremiah preached, and where David and Solomon ruled.
no, because we don't teach the Bible in school. By the way,
For nearly 4,000 years, the land of Israel has been the homeland of the Jewish people. It's always been our home. It will always be our home.
to be fair, the chickens from KFC, I know he stole that from the internet, but that was funny. Yeah, that was definitely funny.
Campus protesters who get it wrong. It's also the people who run those campuses. 80 years after the Holocaust, 80 years after the Holocaust, the presidents of Harvard, Penn, and I'm ashamed to say, my alma mater, MIT, couldn't bring themselves to condemn the calls for the genocide of Jews. Remember what they said? They said, it depends on the context. Well, let me give these befuddled academics a little context. Anti-Semitism is the world's oldest hatred.
No, it's not.
The massacre of Jews was always preceded by wild accusations. We were accused of everything from poisoning wells, to spreading plagues, to using the blood of slaughtered children to bake Passover matzahs. These preposterous anti-Semitic lies led to persecution, mass murder, and ultimately to history's worst genocide, the Holocaust.
Is it the
Now,
worst
just as
one?
malicious lies
I actually don't
for
know.
centuries at the Jewish people.
I thought there was
Malicious lies
one
are now
even worse.
leveled at the Jewish state.
There's like a Chinese one or something?
Listen.
God, you know what? I may have to change this shit. This is just so depressing. God, stuff like this just like sucks all the joy out of you.
And to demonize Jews everywhere.
Wow. Demonize Israel.
No wonder we've witnessed an appalling rise of anti-Semitism in America and around the world.
You see how that happens?
Whenever and wherever we see the scourge of anti-Semitism, we must unequivocally condemn it and resolutely fight it, without exception.
Yeah, anti-Semitism is bad. True. Wow. Good one. Sit down. Sit down.
And don't be fooled when the blood libels against the Jewish state come from people who wear fancy silk robes and speak in lofty tones about law and justice. Here's a case in point. The prosecutor of the International Criminal Court has shamefully accused Israel of deliberately starving the people of Gaza. This is utter, complete nonsense. It's a complete fabrication.
I don't know enough about this to.
Israel has enabled more than 40,000 aid trucks to enter Gaza. That's 500,000 tons of food. And that's more than 3,000 calories for every man, woman, and child in Gaza. If there are Palestinians in Gaza who aren't getting enough food, it's not because Israel is blocking it, it's because Hamas is stealing it.
I think he's right about that. That probably a lot of people in Palestine don't like
Thanks for
Hamas.
sharing.
They're an oppressive force. I think he's probably right about that.
You should go see a doctor.
Forces like that people.
So much for that lie. But here's another. The ICC prosecutor accuses Israel of deliberately targeting civilians.
I mean, that's if you can afford health care.
The IDF just dropped millions of flyers,
Deliberately
sent
targeting.
millions of text messages,
Selective.
made hundreds of thousands of phone calls to get Palestinian civilians out of harm's way. But at the same time, Hamas does everything in its power to put Palestinian civilians in harm's way. They fire rockets from schools, from hospitals, from mosques. They even shoot their own people when they try to leave the war zone. A senior Hamas official, Fatih Hamad, posted, listen to this, he posted that Palestinian women and children excel at being human shields. His words.
Yeah, Reba Fluff, if you have chunks in your pee,
Want to be a shield?
I think my stream is the last place you should be right now. You should probably be in the emergency room.
It's a tragedy. For Hamas, it's a strategy. They actually want Palestinian civilians to die.
I think he's right about
And
those.
Israel will be smeared in the international
He's right.
media
Yeah.
and be pressured to end the war before it's won.
Yeah, of
This
course.
would enable Hamas to survive another day, and as they vowed, to carry out October 7th again and again
Yep.
and again. Well, I want to assure you, no matter what pressure is brought to bear, I will never allow that to happen.
And by I, he means we.
Have not fallen for this Hamas propaganda. They continue to support. And I want to say thank you, America, and thank the senators and House members who continue to support us, continue to support Israel, continue to support the truth.
His English is quite good. Oh, he's a great speaker.
That's for the minority.
He is. He does a great job.
For Hamas's con's job. I suggest you listen to Colonel John Spencer. John Spencer is head of
He's in my team. Yeah, he's a smart guy.
He studied every major urban conflict. I was going to say in modern history. He corrected me. No, in history. Israel, he said, has implemented more precautions to prevent civilian harm than any military in history and beyond what international law requires.
I could probably believe that. Because think about how many people we killed on accident in World War II. Like Dresden alone, right? To be fair, that wasn't an accident, but yeah, no, I could believe that.
That's why, despite all the lies you've heard, the war in Gaza has one of the lowest ratios of combatants to non-combatants casualties.
It's crazy. They like everybody stands up like every 30
And you
seconds.
want to know where it's lowest in Gaza?
Like a bunch of fucking seals.
In Rafah. In Rafah. Remember what so many people said? If Israel goes into Rafah, there will be thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of civilians killed. Well, last week, I went into Rafah. I visited our troops as they finished fighting Hamas's remaining terrorist battalions. I asked the commander there, how many terrorists did you take out in Rafah? He gave me an exact number, 1,203. I asked him, how many civilians were killed? He said, Prime Minister,
There's no number.
practically none. With the exception of a single incident where shrapnel from a bomb hit a Hamas weapons depot and unintentionally killed 24 people, the answer is practically none. You want to know why? Because Israel got the civilians out of harm's way, something people said we could never do, but we did it. These heroes here today, the heroic soldiers of Israel, should not be condemned for how they're conducting the war in Gaza. They should be commended for it. I want to thank all of you here today who have forcefully opposed the false accusations of the ICC and stood up for the truth. These lies are not only libelous, they're downright dangerous. The ICC is trying to shackle
I do not want to watch this shit no more.
from defending ourselves. And if Israel's hands are tied, America is next. And I'll tell you what else is next.
This is just depressing to listen to.
It's not just legal in 38 states. It's a $36 billion global industry.
New York City's grocery stores close over theft.
Now nearly all grocers in New York City say they have
What
been
the
victims
fuck?
of shoplifting this year alone. And 60% of
That's not a surprise. I think people steal things out of every store. I mean, that doesn't really sell me.
customers say they've been burglarized every single day.
Yeah, of course there's always been shoplifters, but, you know, not mass droves.
To a point where if there's something on a shelf,
anything. It is a target for thieves who've now set their sights on our food supply, robbing local businesses until they shut down, and the city is powerless to stop this from happening.
Why?
For some reason.
As we all know, retail theft rings are an ongoing problem for bodegas, grocery stores, mom and pop businesses, and
Jesus.
those common and luxury retail chains.
I think a lot of people would be surprised that it's almost every single day. Coffee, cheese.
Well, like anybody who's worked at a store knows that there's like an acceptable level of losses for something like this. Every store accounts for people stealing shit. It's just that usually, what's that accounting? Like 3%, something like that, 3 to 5. That's usually what I hear about a lot. Yeah, now it's 3 to 500%.
Shrimp. Nothing is safe.
Are you concerned sometimes for your safety?
Absolutely. The retailer is just open game to walk away with anything. Simple shoplifting's really graduated to organized, sophisticated crimes. It's like the Wild
What's
West.
crazy to me about this happening is that it seems like this should be happening less, right? Because as people have better surveillance technology and better facial recognition, it should be easier to find where these people are and who these people are who are stealing things and go get them.
The West
Cops don't care. I think that's what it is. Yeah, cops don't care. It's like these guys aren't wearing masks. I get that you're saying they're wearing masks, but they're not here.
Demeanor. Merchants want increased penalties.
Well, when you've got so many people calling for, defunding the police, man, I mean, how can you expect them to give a shit?
Oh, that guy's got a mask on.
They go in and swipe everything off the shelves. Oftentimes they're loading into a stolen vehicle.
Meanwhile, here in New York City,
It's the Kia voice.
it's reported that retailers lost close to $4.5 billion last year.
Yeah, but like, what's the percentage there? $4.5 billion. What does that mean?
All victims when retail theft
I mean, it seems like a lot, but still.
Cost of things, and it also creates
Jesus, $8 for a gallon of milk.
cost of things, and it also creates this environment where
They got a tag on there that says same low price.
Now grocery stores are closed. Yeah, I bet. I fucking bet.
So almost 100%.
93% grocery. Bro, this is so dumb. That's not.
Grocery stores have been shoplifted recently, but nobody's talking about how New York City's latest plan to stop shoplifting
Yeah.
won't actually punish the people.
No, bro. Like, I mean, because it's hyperbole. Yeah, like, I mean, of course, so you have a store. The store is doing business every single day. Like, let's say 360 days out of the year, assuming they take off Christmas.
I just realized that's Cash Jordan. It's the New York City apartment guy.
360 days of the year. They're probably selling an inventory of 1,000 plus items.
This dude's reporting on retail
There's the
theft.
possibility that one thing gets stolen. I think it's like 100%, guys. It is. I bet it's like 100%. So, like, it's not about whether they're stealing. It's about what the degree is. It's like.
Oh, by the way,
everybody
my
knows, like, oh my God,
my
somebody
wife
stole
and I
this
are gonna
thing.
be doing another live podcast session. We're gonna be doing Game of Thrones episode 2.
That's a really good point. I actually don't
We're gonna do a silent watch and just talk about it. We're just gonna chit chat about it. Friday.
So
Friday at
they stole
6.
A bunch of money out of the safe that they had there, and I told him it was a bad idea. We ended up not doing it, but like, he was an employee.
Shoplift. Instead, it's only
If you missed it, go check my channel,
Yeah.
peaceful shoplifting
my live stream playlist.
control, with organized theft rings running full-time businesses, not just targeting retailers like Macy's. Now they'll rob your local grocery store and offload stolen
To
oranges.
steal those oranges, boys. I mean, they're just sitting there, bro. Like, it's just sitting there. Just put them in your pocket and go. They're right there.
Is at a bodega or a curbside produce truck, because even though stealing physical merchandise like a North Face jacket will make you more
Bro, we
money,
need Spider-Man. Where's Spider-Man?
those are now chained to the stores that sell them, so they're harder to make off
Oh,
with.
bro, this is how it is in at Walmart. So I was at Walmart. I told you all the story about this.
That shit ain't gonna stop people at the end of the
So I went
day.
to Walmart and I wanted to buy a
You need
package
some
of
damn pliers,
I
man.
tell the lady, I was like, I go to the
A
place.
pair
where
of
I-
linemen's, man. That's all you need. That shit, them motherfuckers will cut through anything.
Because every single package is behind glass that is locked up. So I
That's
had to
sad.
talk to a person, and I thought to myself, okay, like I really don't want to have to deal with this. This is fucking annoying for somebody here. Can I just buy a more expensive one, maybe? And like then, yeah, I pay a little bit more, but like I don't have to deal with this. Like I was like, okay, you buy the $9 underwear instead of the $6 underwear. Okay, Amazon, bro. Yeah, but like I was there at the same time, so I was like, I might as well do it, right? And so then I talked to the lady, and I'm like, okay, can I get this one? And she's like, yeah, sure, you can get it. And then I said, well, can I get it? She says, no, I can't give it to you. She wouldn't even let me hand it. She was like, are you buying it now, or are you gonna keep shopping? I said, can I just have it, and then I'll take it up to the thing? She's like, no. You have to buy it right now, or I take you up there, and we ring you up. And I said, okay, well, I guess I'll take it up there. She says, no. I will take it up there. You will walk with me as I take it up there.
That's crazy.
She takes the underwear. She hands it to the cashier, and she's like, he wants that one. And I could not even touch the underwear that I was going to buy. I had to be escorted over. I swear to God, there's probably less restrictions on buying a fucking shotgun. How does this happen?
That's wild.
No, we all know how it happens. It's because people steal underwear. That's the reason. You know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It's because people are stealing all the underwear. That's why they have it like that. I've seen stores, like pictures of stores where every single item is behind locked glass.
Stores that sell them, so they're harder to make off with. But the real reason shoplifting continues to surge to levels we've never seen before is because it's still possible in this city.
Attention, theft is prosecuted at Walgreens. And, you can see. Look, bro, look. See, they got it right up there.
To steal under $1,000 worth of stuff and not go to jail, which means any thief can start their own business tomorrow selling products they got.
Which is a good idea, right? Because you steal like $800 worth of stuff every day, and you're fine because you never go over the limit. I'll be right back.
Well, the thing is, with laundry detergent, you know what they do with this? Is they take two things of laundry detergent, they unscrew one of them, and they pour the other one. They fill it all the way up to the top, and then they take it out there.
No, I get that. I mean, they're ripping you off. They're not the detergent should be filled up to the top. So I get why people would do that. I mean, it's bad enough we're being charged out the ass for basic necessities of life. And now I can't get a fully topped off bottle of detergent. I have to resort to busting open another bottle to fill that bottle up. I get it.
Stealing things out of stores.
Yeah, I mean, I don't condone it, but I get it.
And so I think that the people that do it, I understand what the reason is behind doing it. It's because they assume that they're not going to get caught. That's what it is.
Well, that may be a small part of it, but they know they're getting ripped off. You can look at a simple bag of potato chips, and that's like the biggest one. You open up the bag, and where's the other half of the bag? It's nothing, but it's like 50 to 60% air. There's like 5 chips in the bag, like 85% air. It's a ripoff. These companies think we're stupid.
Well, that means that you're going to make $100, right? But what happens at 50 if the oranges get stolen? Well, you still have to make $100, so now oranges are $2. That's a lot of money.
It's Jimmy John's new Mediterranean wraps made with salt.
Is owner of Stop One Deli here on Gun Hill Road for 30 years now. He says they are robbed on a regular basis and fearful of doing anything about it. Are you concerned sometimes for your safety?
Do you remember that one video where that dude was
I bust out the chopper and just start spraying every one of them motherfuckers that came in the store to try and jack me. I'm spraying all of y'all.
That was a good. I've watched that video.
Officers, I feared for my life. Masked men came into my place of business. I feared for my life. I pulled out the chopper and I sprayed them.
Stores that sell food who are now being targeted
targeted, which makes sense because once you put the big chains out of business, all you've got left are the local businesses.
And no, that's not the reason why it's happening, because it's easier to steal from the local businesses because they generally have less infrastructure and less cameras. That's the reason. And also, like, if you steal from them, the level of recourse they can have is much less. Like, if you're stealing from...
You hear me? Just like that. Straight across.
But if you're stealing from Subway or Jersey Mike's, well, they've got a lot more resources.
If a big drugstore like this can't figure out how to secure its products, what chance does your local bodega or grocery store have? Most of what they sell can't even be locked up.
Well, it's not that. They assume they aren't going to get caught. They're doing it because NYC cost of living is so damn high.
Yeah, that I look. Cameras, man.
They're stealing them to survive.
I'm so glad I invested in cameras. If you can ever afford it, get some cameras, man. They're very inexpensive. You ain't gotta get nothing too high tech. Just keep tabs on your shit, man. A little extra security don't hurt, even in your home, you know. I got just regular old CCTV. I don't have no Ring camera, none of that shit, man. I'm home all the time, so you come up in this bitch and you gonna have problems. I think for like legit business owners, man, give them the chopper. Give them the chopper.
Because like for me, whenever I go to Walmart, it annoys me. I don't know, like maybe I'm being unreasonable, but like it annoys me whenever I have a loss prevention person come up to me and want to see my receipt, because it makes me feel like I'm being treated like a criminal.
I get that.
And it's an annoyance that I don't want to have to deal with.
I don't appreciate that shit either. Like what? It feels like you're being profiled because of some other douchebag's bullshit. I'm telling you, bro, it feels like things are just falling apart, man. I fear for the next 10 years, man, what things are gonna look like. You know, that's why I'm so tough on my kid, man. I want her tough as shit. I want her to grow up not taking shit from nobody. I want her prepared, man.
Now, shoplifting is never a victimless crime. This grocery store, it's the only one in the area. Everybody living around here, this is the store that they shop at. If it's gone, where are they gonna go? And even if the store itself doesn't close, as they deal with theft, they have to raise their prices, because if half the stuff on the shelf gets stolen, the other half has to cost 100% more for them to make the same amount of money. Exactly. Higher prices hurt legitimate.
These people don't care. These people that are running up in these businesses and just raiding them, they don't care. They don't care that you have to jack the prices up and the rest of us have to suffer for it.
It's unfeasible to go after all of the theft. That's crazy.
Customers who obey the law and are just trying to make it in one of the most expensive cities in the country, which essentially means that shoplifting is a tax on the rest of society. And
you're gonna have to. It's gonna. You know what's gonna wind up happening? Like nobody's gonna be allowed in a business at all. You'll have to walk up to a window that's probably got bulletproof glass. You won't be allowed to go in the store. Period. And it'll be like a drive-through menu, and you could look. You'll have to look at the menu and pick what you want, but you won't be able to go into that business.
Man, I thought this would be like 11.
You know, like you go into a bodega or a just any like any downtown type like gas station or something, man. A lot of these places they got bulletproof windows, bulletproof glass across the whole counter. So you can't you can't reach over the counter, you can't do nothing. That's what you're gonna have to do, except you ain't gonna be allowed in the building, period.
And it's so bad and so prevalent, you've got entire swaths of town that now resemble ghost towns in New York City, of all places. And the New York Post interviewed several deli and grocery managers who all said when they saw someone stealing who was obviously in need, they did not care. Which means although greed does have a lot to do with why once profitable businesses are shutting down, it's not due to the greed of the business.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, the thing is that nobody should be able to steal, right? You can't let people steal.
but there's obviously a fucking spectrum with it, right? Where it's like if somebody is stealing diapers or somebody is stealing, you know, a can of beans.
Yeah, I get that, man.
That's
If
way
you're
different
desperate,
than somebody trying
you're really
to, like,
struggling.
fucking
Like, I mean,
get
you're
every bag of
desperate, but I mean,
Skittles
you're
in the
starving to
entire
death, you know.
fucking store, and then
But if you're
run out
running in
all the
here and you're
Skittles.
stealing fucking like Balenciaga and like
Wrong?
Nike Air Max shoes and shit like that, man, like,
I'm not saying that, like,
man, you.
they're both bad, and they're both against the law, and people shouldn't be able to do either one of them. I get it. But let's not pretend that a person stealing beans to survive is exactly the same as a person stealing $300 worth of cosmetic things in order to sell. It's not the exact
Right.
same thing. That's all I'm trying to get at. Like, it's more nuanced. Yes, it's just more nuanced than that. It's one is bad, and the other one is really bad.
Business owners, instead it's the greed of the shoplifters.
I'm not saying that anybody, I don't think anybody should be allowed to steal. But it is obviously a spectrum of which one is worse.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
Stop doing, yes.
They take an extra step now.
You hit the like button. It helps. It really helps with the algorithm. Make sure y'all subscribe. I go on these rants sometimes. I get just a lot of this stuff pisses me off. So I be saying some wild shit sometimes.
And this is why physical altercations inside these stores are now so common. And what that's doing is it's turning the local places who are just trying to survive into complete war zones. And the sad thing is, nobody working at these local businesses gets paid enough money.
Because you think about it too, like if you're a local business, think about how much money it would cost in order for you to get, let's say, all of those like lock and key things for your store. Because like I bet for Walmart and for Walgreens and CVS, those stores probably have like default size shelves with default things that they can give you. So like everything is like built to scale, whereas like a lot of the mom and pop shops don't have that. And so the amount of money that it would take.
Yeah, I think I'll also just to let y'all know. I think I'm gonna stream Path of Exile tomorrow on Twitch. So if you have Twitch, consider following me on there. E Money You Heard, all one word. Like the way that sounds. E Money You Heard, all one word.
You don't have those different foundations set for you. You see what I'm trying to say? Or what I'm trying to say?
Put their life on the line for a hat, or an apple, or an orange for that matter. Now, the governor's new plan to stop shoplifting only increases penalties for shoplifters who also become violent while they are stealing things from a store, which means that if shoplifters go into a store and they're on their best behavior, this new plan won't offer them any new consequences for their behavior. And since the police are powerless to stop these criminals, you've now got a situation where thieves make a living off the backs of the innocent in more ways than one.
This Bravo supermarket in the Bronx is clean and feeds the neighborhood, but they're also hemorrhaging between $1,000 and $2,000 a month from theft.
Yeah, I appreciate all the viewers that have stuck around through the whole stream. I know most of the time it was spent just watching me watch the TV, but I appreciate y'all nonetheless.
Yeah, and this isn't really a big store. I bet that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a salary. Yeah, basically.
Everything is bad. It's terrible. Coffee, cheese, shrimp. Nothing is safe. Several months ago, Jose says a woman came in with a baby stroller, filled it with these logs of silk.
So I bought this massive brick of Bustelo coffee on Amazon because this was the cheapest I could find these Bustelo coffees in. And it even looks like it came from a legitimate distributor. It's shrink wrapped. It's got the cardboard under it. This looks pretty legit. But these little bricks are the same ones that get sold at the supermarket. What if these are stolen and they were placed inside this package? I've got no way of knowing that. Professional thieves are really good now. They will steal things individually and repackage them, sell them online, and all this packaging and stuff that you need, make your product a bundle of 12 packages of espresso is all readily obtainable. This is already a huge problem with other sorts of retail theft, clothing, electronics, stuff like that. The food, the same thing's possible if you've got stuff like this.
I mean, I don't condone it, but these people are making a lick off this shit, man.
That is so fucking ghetto. Holy shit.
I mean, call it ghetto, but I mean, that's a hustle, man. I ain't. You gotta respect the hustle.
Or like Pokemon cards. But jeez, doing that for like food?
It's so much work.
It's
Yeah.
because we're looking for a deal. We're looking to save money, and online you can do it. And we think, oh, that's just because it's online. It's because there's not an actual
Steal and sell it online.
has
Yeah.
to pay things like rent.
Yo, that's wild. Yo, so they're running up in these businesses, right? They're jacking like a shitload of product, like coffee or like diapers or baby food or some shit like that, right? And then they're like repackaging it to make it look all professional like, and then they selling it online, bro. That's crazy.
Stealing from the rich. You've literally got people raiding local businesses, stealing as much as they can in a half an hour.
Well, you think about it logically, right? So if there's a person who's stealing from stores professionally, they do this for their job, they are probably stealing more than like 500 other people put together. So, like, the real problem are the people that are stealing in mass and at scale. Probably more than 1 to 500. 500 normal people. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the mega stealers.
Whew. All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap it up. I gotta get up early. I just thought I'd come in and do a one-off late stream. I don't ever do streams this late, but I don't know. I was just kind of feeling it tonight. I appreciate everybody who came through, listened to me bitch and fucking complain about whatever the hell I was watching. I appreciate y'all. Do me a favor, smash that like button. It really does help. I know I went on a rant, but I do appreciate y'all listening in, nonetheless. Smash that like button. Consider subscribing. I'm closing in on 500 subscribers, which is huge for me. I appreciate all of y'all. Follow me on most of the social platforms, except for TikTok. I don't mess with TikTok. I don't really trust TikTok. Also, you can follow me on Twitch as well. I stream on Twitch regularly. I'll probably be on there sometime tomorrow, doing Path of Exile. So look out for that. And with that, y'all have a good one. Peace out.